Hello and welcome to the Anfield boot room. It's been a while since I last recorded, and that was on the 1st of June 2019, the FA Cup final, which I seem to remember we won, which was happy days. A lot of stuff has happened since then. As you can see, it is now the 18th of January 2020. I got a bit excited. I played a lot of Football Manager between the hours of about 1 a.m. and 5 a.m. when I couldn't sleep, and that is obviously not a very good time for recording unless you're Ben Wheatland on a night shift. So yeah, I thought I'd do a big catch-up episode before it got any worse, and I thought I'd kick that off, as I do like to do, with some lovely transfer dealings. So I realise actually this might be a bit of a long part of the episode, because you can see the total outlay there is 152 million, the total income 370 million. So there's been some deals, lads. There's been some deals. Kicking off, should I go through every player? I just won't go through the boring ones. Right, so kicking off, there's some of these guys from the Brazilian intake that I kind of missed. Basically, my elite scouting method, which I use, they weren't. It says they were created in 2015. They weren't created in 2015. I don't really know when they came into the game. Maybe it was 2017, but yeah, there is no record of them. I've gone back into the archives and they just aren't there. So yes, I missed out on a few, and that annoys me because I am a completist of type A personality. So yes, I've gone out and spent a reasonable amount of money on players like Antonio Carlos. He's due to be quite good. He's good right now. He'll be even better. Big matches, consistent player. He's off on loan at Santos. I think he only just went out, so he's not really doing anything. He was on loan at Vitória, and he did reasonably well. So yeah, Diomar, similar player. He's very good at defending. He's got good passing in there. Seems he could become a bit of a physical tank. But he's 18, on loan at Atalanta rather. Yeah, so I got him in for nearly 6 million. He's going to be quite good. This is now, by the way, 3.5 stars is about the definition of potentially to be a leading Premier League player. So it's a weird one. The stars have realigned themselves. But yeah, he's a good player, going to be a leading player, consistent, highly reliable. So yeah, he's another good one to watch. Fred is one I am recalling less, to be honest. Fantastically technical. Dribbling, finishing, and first touch, all amazing. Long shots, amazing. Passing, technique. He pairs that with a reasonable pace and some determination as well. Loving that. He's off on loan at Leicester, who are one of my feeder clubs, because I love a bit of Leicester. Shout out. But they are doing proper crap, and they've got my lovely, lovely players, and they've been injured, basically. So I've loaned them some players, but they've all been injured, so they've not been doing very well. There we go. So yes, he's been brought in. Now, who else? This guy, Mauricio Gustavo, for nearly 5 million. Again, a similar story. Lots and lots of potential. He's fairly inconsistent, so hopefully he can drop that off. And he's been on loan at Sheffield United and doing okay. Lucas Gazecki, he is fine. I don't know why I spent so much money on him. I think because PSG just basically don't accept anything less. Similar for Ayub Daoudi. I think I didn't sign him initially, and then I thought, he might be rather good, which, yes, is true. He might be rather good. So there's been, again, these outlays that are usually 1 million. This is why I've spent so much this time, because they're usually about 1 million, and there's, you can see 8 million there, 6 million. There's another 3.5 million in there for Marcelo. Or Marcelo. No, it's Marcelo. It's Marcelo, in fact. I actually do know Portuguese to a degree. He is a very interesting, heavily defensive player, which I like a lot. He's great in the air. Not great at jumping, but he's great in the air. Works really hard, and he's got good passing. So I figure there's potential in him. He's a complete professional. I'm hoping this inconsistent thing drops off. The thing with the inconsistent thing is I was signing absolutely no players with the fairly inconsistent performer, and then basically it turns out that some of them just drop that off and some of them don't. So now I'm signing them, hoping that it drops off. If it doesn't drop off, I'll sell them when they come to kind of fruition. And if it does, then hallelujah. He's on loan at Leverkusen. He's only just gone, so it's fine. Michael Merkitan is another one who I was a bit late in signing. So again, it's another big outlay for me. He's on loan at Sheffield United. He's doing okay. But I think his potential is blinding. So hopefully he should be rather good. I like this guy. I signed him for 3.4k. And he might be quite good in the future. Another 3.3 million. This is why the outlay is so large. Brian Moyano, he's got decent potential, and yeah, he's already earning back on loan at Almira. He's doing quite well. So another mad 6.25 there for Renan Morera. He's quite a tidy player. He's a bit of a good attacking midfielder shape. He's on loan at Norwich. He's not really doing much, but he's could be world class. So they really need to bloody pull their fingers out, to be honest. 10 million now. Vitalino Adolfo. Basically, these are all going to be 18-year-olds. I will not be signing anyone older than 18. He's very good, basically. His current ability is very, very good. He's physically a beast, very determined. I'm trying to turn him into a central defensive midfielder. His potential is, again, very good, but he might have a problem with injuries, so we'll see how that one goes. But 10 million worth a pop. Rubens Fernando. Again, I like him a lot. He's actually playing in my team. He's amazing in the air. He's good at defending. I've got him training on pace, but he's just a really good player. Consistent, big game, good lad. This is one of the first Chinese players with any level of potential. He has that level of potential because he came through at Santos, in fact, because Santos have an agreement with Shandong. He could be okay. It was entertainment value of potentially having one of the best Chinese players of all time, because there are no good Chinese players. Lucio Nero is worthy of a mention because he is playing in my first team as a 16-year-old. He is going to be world class. Unfortunately, look at that 5-star potential, but he doesn't enjoy big matches. He's fairly susceptible to injury, and he's a bit slow. However, he's had good first team appearances already. I think he's going to be absolutely wonderful. So hopefully I can foster that already. Loads more youth signings. Tony Sanabria on a free, one of the best strikers in the world. He's not actually getting that many games here, but he will either come good or be worth a lot of money. He's one, in fact, that the fairly inconsistent Con has dropped off, although he still doesn't enjoy big matches. But yeah, he's basically a great player, and in my previous game with Charlton, he was one of the best strikers in the entire world, and the fact that I got him on a free, I think, spells good things. My other free was Zakaria Bakali, who I tried to sign on a free a little while ago, but Real Madrid got him, understandably. He's not very good, and I have no intention of actually playing him ever. But he's worth nearly 13 million. I reckon in the summer I might, if I get a cheeky 20 million, maybe between that, his value and 20 million, I'll be very happy with that. And that's how we keep the ball rolling. Got a 2 million signing of Wesley. He is an amazing goalkeeper. He's 18 years of age, 20 on reflexes, 18 on one-on-ones, 18 on kicking. I love this guy. He's playing in my team. He's starting a lot of Premier League games, and he's very, very good. More Agnaldo, 5 million. Again, he's just a reasonable guy with good potential. Alex, 3 million. He should be good in the future. He's got very, very good potential. So we'll see how that goes. 6 million on Enrique. He's actually technically and attackingly a gift. Look at the the technical stats of these 18-year-old Brazilians are absolutely mind-boggling. Mentally, he's also an absolute beast. He went to Stuttgart, despite starting one game, coming on 5 times and scoring 4 goals. They didn't play him more, and that really annoyed me, so I recalled him, and he's now gone on loan at Fiorentina, and he scored 1 goal in 1 game, so that looks to be a good signing. All of these other guys... Oh yeah, Jorn Deckers. See, this is where I'm getting a bit... I got a bit confident because I had loads of money, so I started signing people. Basically, he's 20 years of age. He's verging on a world-class goalkeeper. And his release fee clause was like 8.25 million. The reason I hadn't signed him previously, he's an inconsistent performer. I have now seen even inconsistent performers drop off to just be normal level of consistency. So I've sent him off to Sheffield United. I should have sent him to Leicester. I didn't know they were going to struggle so much, but they're doing fine. And But yeah, it will be £8 million when invested when I have a world-class goalkeeper who I'm probably going to flog. Ricardo Vivaldo, I cannot remember who this guy is. Apparently he has amazing potential, so that's why I signed him for 4.5 million. Maxim Leonov, we've now got even up to January. My God, this might be a lengthy episode. I apologise if you're not in the mood. Come on board with me and we will enjoy it together. So my first January signing, as you can see, about 9 odd guys came in on the 1st of January. Maxim Leonov is one of those. He's rather good, worth spending 6.5 million on. He has decent potential, but his current ability is pretty good. He just needs to get a bit quicker, and he could be a rather classy winger. Who else came in that we're actually interested in? Thomas Troost, 18 years of age, played for Ajax. I think he's very interesting because physically he's obviously brilliant. Mentally, he's rather good as well. Good decision making for an 18-year-old. Good determination. His heading is good, so he's not too bad in the air. Long shots, love that. I'd love a player to score more long shots. Or the only one I've got is Balotelli, and he's getting a bit old. But the one thing he's actually lacking is finishing and composure. So it's a weird one for that. But apparently his what do you call it? His potential is very good. He's fairly consistent. He could be susceptible to injuries, but I've seen that go either way. He'll either be completely ruined by them or not at all. Another one of these players I missed out on was Anderson. So I spent £10 million on him because of this. 5 stars. The reason I hadn't signed him previously, might have a problem with injuries, fairly inconsistent performer. So before he was even an inconsistent performer, so his inconsistency is already reduced. I don't know the whys or wherefores of this. I have looked into it and no one seems to know. It just either happens or it doesn't happen, and it can happen as late as the age of 22. So that's quite frustrating for me because obviously my aim for this game was to have a very, very consistent and big game friendly team that could just crunch through, never get injured, and be ultra efficient beasts. Anderson's just gone off on loan to Hamburg, so we'll see how he does over there. Danilo is another one that I had previously missed out on, bought in 3.5 million. He's got really good potential. I don't quite know. He needs to be quicker, and probably also he's got 2 on flare, which is really inhibiting his vision. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how he goes. João Paulo. Oh yes, he's very good. Physically a beast. Defensively, his technique is unbelievable. He's actually better at defending than like some of my actual centre-backs I play, but unfortunately, as you can see by this section of his mental stats, he's a moron. However, he's an 18-year-old 6'3" moron who has okay potential. He is a wonder kid. He's labelled the next Gilberto Silva, and I got him for 4.5 million. So I'm previously where I've gone for perfection, I now just quite like him because he's got really cool stats and his stat thing looks really weird. So, it keeps me interested. Right, so now look at those are all the ins. My God, what a lot of ins. 152 million pounds worth of ins. I think that's more than I've ever spent. 75, 107, 55. Oh, 150. Oh, was that one of the first? 220. Okay, wow. Pales into insignificance. Apparently, when I was building the squad, it was a proper. Interesting. Okay, so a piddling 152 million, but yeah, it's the 370 million going out that I'm really rather happy with. So lots and lots of loans for lots and lots of fees. Those are all good. We sold Mauro Icardi for 22 million pounds. As you can see, he's rather good at finishing. He's okay at everything else. I picked him up for 4.9 million. He earned 1.1 million while he was with me, and he's gone off to Fulham. He's having a decent season, but well done Fulham for spending a lot more millions than I picked him up for. 19 million for Bernardo Silva. He was another one of these similar to Icardi that I've picked up because one of the big spending clubs didn't want him, so I picked him up for 4.6, and he's earned his money through. I've rarely paid his wages through the last 5 years, and then sold him for 19 million. So again, this is where the returns are coming in, guys. Right, so loads of loans. I have so many players, so many loans. Right, Mamadou Sakho, 40 million pounds, 29 years of age, excellent defender, physically absolute beast. However, replaceable. And for 40 million pounds for a 29-year-old centre back, I think that's excellent business. He was my main man, and my captain. If you follow these podcasts, which I know, at least one or two people do, you'll know that I do have a history of selling my captain for over 40 million pounds, with Hendo previously having gone out. So yes, he's gone. Cololungo, the long neck of Italy. Ay, look at that kid. He's a friggin' Diplodocus. Or Diplodocus? Anyway, yes, so he's gone for 30 million to Tottenham. Again, he's just a very good, consistent centre-back. I have my kind of 18-year-old, 20-year-old centre-backs are as good as this guy. And they're gaining in potential rather than just kind of sitting. Maximilian Meyer, who now actually plays for Crystal Palace, as he left Schalke on a free, he's gone to Manchester City. £6 million. He never played well for me, as you can see. He played really well for Wolfsburg, and not so well for Leverkusen. And now he's playing crap for Man City. Oh wow, his average rating in the league is really bad, but then his cup ratings are absolutely sensational. Strange. But anyway, £35 million, not bad at all. Never really became the player that I wanted him to become. A ton more loans, as you can see. Right, there's another £35 million for Jose Gaya. He played quite nicely for me for a period. He was going to be an amazing winger. I was trying to develop him into a world-class left winger. He's a great left fullback, which he's now. It's funny that he's now lost the ability to play left fullback because he's now a left winger. Anyway, he's now playing reasonably well for Real Madrid. He played very well for Wolfsburg, and he just basically couldn't get in the team for me anymore. But £13.5 million spent, reasonable mileage out of him, and then sold for 35 million. Enej Unal. He's a good player. I always wanted to get the most out of him. I never got the most out of him when he played for Charlton. And again, here, I've not got the most out of him. But I've got a lot of money out of him. So, as you can see, he's pointy as hell. He's speedy. He's good in the air. He's great at attacking. He's got thumping long shots. Love those thumping long shots. Yeah, and he's absolutely clinical. The problem is he just wasn't getting in the team. So you can see, actually, he never did he even play for me ever? That would be funny. I feel like he didn't. So he did great at Leeds, stepped up into the Serie A, did rubbish. Stepped kind of vaguely down into the German leagues, did rubbish. Went back to Turkey, did reasonably. Went back to the German leagues, did reasonably. And he's doing great now because he is a great player. But yeah, £25 million spent I spent £2.2 million on him, so happy days. Tony went off for £27 million. Again, someone I picked up for 5.5, earned that money back, no problemo, with lots of loans, at which he performed very well. I really like Tony. He's a really good player. But he's just below the cusp of being utterly unbelievable, which is what I kind of need from my squad. For instance, he's 25. He's probably as good as Odegaard, who's like 20. So that's another load in the bank. And are we up to... No, we're not even up to January yet. Malcolm went out for £24 million. Considering Malcolm is not actually that great, I think that's pretty good. Malcolm in real life has just obviously signed for Barcelona for quite a lot of money. I signed him for £9 million. Again, for me, he wasn't good. For Hamburg, he was excellent. For who is this? Lille. He was really good as well, and he's now doing crap for Derby. So's Derby right for splashing the cash. I really have a history of ripping off newly promoted sides. They think they're signing quality when they sign from me, and they just sometimes aren't. Kurt Zouma then went off for 20 million. Again, he's just a very good, standard, solid centre-back. I think actually even his description might actually be solid centre-back. No, he's just centre-back. Because he's not... If he just pushed those up one or two more, which he did in my previous game, he would be an absolute tank of a centre-back. But he's not going to be that world-class player that I tried to sign for £15 million. Obviously, he plays pretty well, but yeah, and he plays well when he goes off abroad. And he's doing okay for Millwall, newly promoted multi-millionaires. Millwall, strange. Another 34 million. This will stop. I don't know when I started this, so we might get in trouble here. Luciano Acosta. I mean, he's great. I really like him. And that is why I signed him, because he's great and I really like him. Signed for 5.5 million. Went off on loan to various places. Had a bit of a season with me where he didn't really play. And then went off to Wolfsburg and did really, really well. So he's worth £34 million. He's doing well for Zenit St. Petersburg. And his stats are nice. Again, those banging long shots, great creativity, technically fantastic, fast. But if you can't play him, there's no point in having him, really. So yeah, that's my philosophy. What else have we got? Oh, Nathan has gone off for £5 million. Basically, since I signed him about 5 years ago for nearly £2 million, he's done okay off on loan at various places. But since 2016, he's not been able to get a work permit. So I can't sign him on a new contract. So his contract was running out, so I just had to flog him, basically. But he never quite became amazing, as I hoped he would anyway. So that's fine. Right, so let us have a look at what has happened results-wise. So normal pre-season, fine. We lost the Community Shield on penalties. We did silly things like draw with Leeds. Oh, that was annoying. I was fiddling about. We absolutely thrashed Leeds 2-2. Former player Daniel Hunter scoring a penalty against me. Annoying. So I'm sure I probably, hit the woodwork once. I mean, they had clear-cut chances, but I had 33 bloody shots. So yeah, that's a shame. I was fiddling about with the lineup because I didn't know who to keep and who to sell. Probably that is reflective. So that was quite disappointing. I lost 3-1 to Chelsea. That was quite disappointing. I can't really remember. Wow, I thrashed Chelsea by losing 3-1. Oh yeah, this was a great game that you'll see. They had 2 shots on target, but beat me 3-1. Interesting. I had 3 off the woodwork, 32 shots. What the bloody Nora. So Chelsea have absolutely lucked out in beating me, and then beat some other people. That's about the story. Oh yeah, I've got weird results. Like I thrashed Newcastle 2-1. Like we've just not been as prolific. The Tottenham game was that was a pretty even one, but still they had 2 shots on target. So really, come on. Again, I feel like Burnley. Yeah, Burnley. I thrashed them 2-1. They had 1 shot on target. I had over 30 shots again and managed to score 2 goals. It's so frustrating. And then I can absolutely batter Anderlecht. Actually, less shots. Ridiculous. 7 goals. Doesn't make sense, does it? Southampton. Yeah, well, that's a pretty even game, actually. But, yeah, that was what annoyed me. Toby Alderweireld scored 2 goals. What the frigging hell? Toby Alderweireld. Yeah. So yeah, a bit of a patchy start there, with actually more patchiness later on, and yeah, this again, struggling with the results. Manchester United. That was, I mean, Falcao. He gets literally, he just shoots and it goes in. That's what happens because he's got really good shooting stats. But yeah, I was annoyed. Winning all of these other games, very good. We went on a run of not being able to keep clean sheets either, but that sort of sorted itself out. Then we've recently even more stutters. Fed up. So we absolutely thrashed Hull 0-0, 22 shots, 5 on target. Absolutely unreal. I mean, the quality that we have on the pitch. Divock Origi, amazing, world-class player, 8 starts, 12 goals, could not muster a goal there. Gabriel Jesus, 10 starts, 7 goals, similarly awesome, and just couldn't muster it. Bringing on the likes of Jonathan Cagliari, who's excellent at finishing and is having a miserable season, so I'm definitely going to sell this guy. I thought he could replace Balotelli, and he's not doing the job. So yeah, Arsenal. Expletives. I mean, can we look at that, please? So I've absolutely hammered Arsenal 2-2. They had 1 clear-cut chance. I had 5. I had 1 off the woodwork. They had 2 shots on target, and they scored both of them. How miserable is that? Utterly miserable is the answer. I had Kranovic sent off for being a silly boy. Oh. So, results like that. Another draw against Leeds. I can't beat Leeds. It's just mad. Leeds. 2 clear-cut chances, 10 shots on target. They had 3, and they scored a goal. Again, Origi and Jesus not coming out with the goods. But then I beat Man City 3-1. So, and again, actually, yeah, I thrashed Man City 3-1. They had that shot on 11 minutes. Then they had another shot on 78 minutes and another one on 91 minutes. And those were their 3 shots on target. And actually, the one on 78 minutes was a goal, but it was offside. Unbelievable. So yeah, they were actually beating me for a time, having had 1 shot on target. And how do I need this many shots to score few goals? It's very frustrating. So that's really the difference is, as you can see, I'm not doing very well. Well, okay, I'm not doing very well. But Chelsea have had so many... Oh, they've lost a few games now. But they've had so many last-minute winners. I cannot tell you. They were absolutely running away with the league, having lost no games. Our goal difference is the same. But they've got way more points, way more wins, because I just can't... I'm not scoring as many goals. I have a theory about this. So I switched my pre-game training. Let me tell you a story of my heartbreak, because this is all my own fault, if you listen to me. I switched my pre-game training to attacking set pieces rather than attacking movement, because I figured we weren't making enough of corners, we weren't making enough of free kicks, and it was getting on my wick, basically. So yeah, that's why I switched it up. I thought it might be really helpful, and we did score a good few free kicks. We did score a good few corners, but the goals from open play, not as much. And so I figured it's about this attacking movement that I was no longer training, and I think I need to start training. So I started training it again, and we'll see if it picks up. But yes, very, very frustrating. So Chelsea with that humongously fortunate win against me is my only loss. And a number of really frustrating draws like probably more than last season. I don't want to. Yeah, so I drew 3, lost 4 last season, and I've already drawn 7 this season. So it's still, yeah, conceded 30 last season. I've already conceded 20. Groan. So it's a bit annoying. But so this is what brings me to, I don't know if you saw in our schedule, this is the crunchiest of all crunch games against Chelsea. So I'm really putting myself on the line here, guys. I hope you appreciate it. So now I've got myself sufficiently annoyed, I thought we should probably look at some funny names that I've picked up from my recent scouting endeavours. So let's have a little look here. Jar Jar, he's just a really good player who I was also toying with buying, who is also inconsistent. But he's going to be world class, but he's inconsistent, so I'd never use him, so what's the point? But I can buy him for 2.8 or between 2.8 and 5.5 million, but he's inconsistent, so you would never use him. And also he's a fullback, so you'd have to retrain him. So you'd go to the point of, what's the point of retraining when you're never going to use him, Sam? Come on. So he wasn't a funny name, he's just a guy. Bobo, which means stupid. So there's stupid. Jamie Douglas, or Jimmy Douglas, or Jamie Douglas. I can't even decide what accent to say this in, but very strange name. Brincado, which basically means Joker lad. He's like, his name is like banter. So then you've got stupid banter. That'd be amazing, like play him at right back, play him on the right wing. Bocao, which means big mouth. Baby, which of course is quite funny. So between the Brazilian lot, you've got baby, big mouth, banter, and stupid. Very funny stuff. In my opinion, you might disagree, you swine. What else have we got? Right, we've got. I'm just gonna. Nozimjon Zhojimov, of course, from Uzbekistan. Nozimjon Zhojimov. I wish he was good. It'd be amazing to sign him and have an Uzbekistani professional footballer playing for Liverpool. Very funny guy. There's another one, funny one. Ibrahim Lotfolanezad. Lotfola. He's got a lot follow. Yeah. So yeah, one made for Twitter there because there's a lot follow. Anyway, guys, don't worry about it. Yeah, he's a funny guy. Bagher Mahdi. Bagher, I barely know her. And there's Harry Kane. He's just normal. I found this guy quite amusing. Pravat Rungrung. Pravat Rungrung. Pravat Rungrung, he scores! No, but he won't be doing any of that because he has 6 on finishing and he's rubbish. Yeah, but Pravat. Oh, God, what a prat. Yeah, Pretty Onguo. Yeah, it's funny. First name, Pity. Weird. Sunet Belachu. Sunet Belachu. And he is, what country is he from? Ethiopia. Yeah, he's from Ethiopia. Sunet Belachu. What a player. Oh, and he plays for St. George, which is nice. Then there's Gabardino Nkungula. Nkungula? Yeah, Gabardino Nkungula. He plays for Bullets FC. He's Malawian. Oh, if these guys were good, can we just make a really good guy with a really funny name, please? And then I can buy him off Bullets FC. There's Fulgence Roofing. Funny guy. This one, Bilal Boozer, I thought would be the nickname that my colleague Bill would call himself if he was going out drinking in Spain. Hey, Bill L. Boozer. Oh, God. Okay, come with me on this one, guys, please. Something that no young person wants to be caught saying these days. Armatory. A satire. Well, kind of. Anyway, don't worry about it. I can't remember if he's actually good or no. That's just he's just joining my club, so that wasn't a funny name. I'm actually signing Joseph again. He keeps getting really good youth reports, so I believe he's probably going to be absolutely fantastic. And then I don't know if there are any more. No, these are just all guys signing for me. Interestingly, I'm signing a guy. His name is Strawberry. That's nice, isn't it? Strawberry. Right, and so that's it from the funny names. I hope that was sufficiently funny. I'm not really sure it was, but I'm smiling. I hope you're smiling too. Now let's play these Chelsea swine at the Harris Arena, named after Rolf. No, of course, named after Neil Chopper Harris. You know, who was the age of nicknames where it was like Norman Bites Your Legs Hunter, which I just Bites Your Legs is a ridiculous nickname. So he fancies Liverpool to win this. I hope Liverpool win this. Dave, Michael and Carlos Gruezo are missing, but I don't believe they're actually Chelsea's key players. So I've been around long enough to know that they're not a one-man team, mate. They've got Diego Costa, Son Heung-min, Oscar, Juan Cuadrado, which means John Square, which is quite funny. But this is when Cuadrado... Do you remember when he had that amazing World Cup for Colombia? So he's actually good. So is Blaise Matuidi. But yeah, Juan Cuadrado is actually good. He's scored 10 goals this season. He's got an average rating of 7.45. So he's amazing. Which obviously in real life never actually happened. They're playing Richard... Wow, he's really quick but really bad. I bet he does. I'm going to close him down because I don't trust that he's actually going to not be good. And Gino Peruzzi on the other wing... I'll close him down as well, just for good measure. Actually, no, I'll tell you what, I will not close down these guys so that we can concentrate on Son Heung-min and Cuadrado. Eden Hazard on the bench. I need to kick him very hard, so that's good. Wow, their bench is absolutely packed with quality. That is ridiculous. So you've got Bonucci, Hazard, Lukaku, Cesc Fabregas, Nemanja Matic, and João Rodriguez, who's actually not very good. But I know how to treat all of these players when they come on. Batter them. Absolutely batter them. Don't give them the time of day and batter them some more. Right, we owe Chelsea after what happened last time. Let's get revenge. I have faith in you to get revenge. I have faith in you to get revenge. Right, so we're playing with my kind of traditional lineup. It's been slightly tweaked because my favourite attacking midfielder, Felipe Coutinho, is out. He's injured, so Odegaard steps in. Also, the guy I've been playing at the deep line playmaker position on the right here, Lucas Badger. This isn't looking good. Oh, good save, Rully. That's the type of thing that he's been letting in, so I'm happy about that. Emre Can is playing. Emre Can is having somewhat of a renaissance at Liverpool. It was looking like he was going to be the next one out of the door. But his stats are too good to just let go out the door. It's really annoying that he's statistically like better than some of the guys I play. But then the guys I play get absolutely sensational ratings. Go on. Oh, close. But then Badger's form has dropped off slightly, so I've dropped him for this game, and he was a little bit tired. Close him down 5, or just run away like a child. I hate that. I hate you. If you've been watching these and concentrating, when I tell someone to, Sterling's got injured, bugger. Right, we'll bring on Tielemans because Tielemans is actually on amazing form and might well have started. So we're bringing on Yuri Tielemans for Raheem. Although Chelsea are having the better of it, they're playing around on the edge of our area. Even though we've technically had more chances, they're coming up with us, and they have hit the woodwork. Oh yeah, I think it was Steven Gerrard, told me to watch out for Diego Costa before this match. I was like, thanks, Steve. Thanks, mate. Bloody hell. But yeah, Chelsea didn't do that well, actually, and then have had a renaissance under, you'll never guess who, David Moyes. absolutely weird one. But yeah, they've bought incredibly well. So really kind of complementing their existing stock with the likes of Brian Cristante, who's very, very good. Blaise Matuidi's very, very good, bit old, but yeah, and keeping, this is when, again, Oscar was very good. Basically, it's a bit of a, they've got a bit of a cheat in the fact that their existing players are frigging awesome on this game. Good ball there for cross it into Elements. Balotelli hits the post, or side netting by the look of it. Right, so we've had chances. Yeah, Jack Hart there. No! Oh! Look out for that Diego Costa. That's his 150th goal for Chelsea. Ridiculous, man. So, Jack Hart whipping in the cross. Cuadrado wins the header off one of my amazingly tall centre-backs, and then Costa just whips it in before anyone can do anything. Annoying. So, but it's been an even game. Well, they beat me when it's an uneven game, so this probably isn't a good sign. Joel Matip is another good buy for them, because he's very good on this game. He's 6'4" and he's just a beast. Oh, Gordon Bennett. So I'm putting it all on the line here. This is, I think, if we lose here, it's not like we've lost the title, but of course that one goes in. It will be more difficult to win the title than if we win. So I would much rather win. Go on, Memphis! That would have been some goal, and I really could have done with that going in as well. So we're creating chances. We have, of course, had more shots and more on target than them, and they are, of course, winning. So that's... Oh, and now my amazing player... See, if we practiced set pieces, that would have gone in. Oh yeah, Carlos Baiano, who he actually came... Oh wow, Kranovita is having the crappiest game of his entire career. Oh no, I can't use all 3 subs by half time. That isn't good at all. But I don't want Baiano to be injured. Did it tell me what his injury is? Has a minor injury. Right, what's the minor injury? Do we know? No, it doesn't say. I'm sure it used to say on the old games. Right, I'm going to give him to 60 minutes, and then, right, what I'm going to say is, you're crap. Show me something else in the second half, you miserable swine. Not happy with your defensive work. Is anyone in the midfield not suitably G'd up? Lucas Badger, not happy with your playmaking efforts. Well, he's only just come on, so so I don't need to G him up. And you guys, I'm not happy with your finishing. So... just all get a rocket up your arses, you lot. Memphis again. If he just practiced not smashing it into the wall, he might not do it so often. I'm tempted. Sewell, Odegaard. Yes, Balotelli. That looked actually like quite practiced. Long kick up to Sewell, who will always win the header. Down to Odegaard, who's an amazing playmaker. Dropped off into a little hole there. And then Balotelli just walks slowly backwards onside and scores. Yes, lads. Right. It's at this moment that I am going to go attacking. I bet they're going to fucking score here. No. Okay, that's good. Well, they still might. Let's not rule it out, guys. Right, I'm going to switch to attacking because I feel that this is us in the ascendancy. So I might have to give... Oh, Matip is just dominating back there. And no one is dominating for us. Oh, well, they're doing okay, but still. No. Oh, what a save. That is why Rully is wanted every transfer window by like Real Madrid, Juventus, PSG, all of them lot. Right. Oh, that looked bad. Can we have it in the box? Whoa, terrible mistake, it looks like, by Courtois. That is bad. Whoa, what happened there? Oh, what's this? Oh, someone's knocking on the door, but I'm doing a recording. Right, well, I'm doing a recording, so I'm not gonna... Actually, no, I'll tell you, I'll go and get it. No. Right. What nonsense. Windows and doors. Are you the homeowner? No, I am not. Right, okay, bye-bye. Fantastic. Right, Balotelli, there's his goal. Sorry about that. Courtois was flopping about on his post. No idea what he's up to. Oh, I just shouldn't have gone to the door. That was tactically stupid. They've brought on Eden Hazard. Of course they have. Well, now I'm going to bring off one of my fantastic players, so that's good. Who am I going to bring on? Jesus is on... I don't think he's on particularly good form. He played crap against Leeds and crap against Hull. But he did play well against Derby. And then Origi, what kind of form's this lad on? He's another one who's having a renaissance. Oh, he's scored against Man City after coming on off the sub bench. So, good. Let's bring him on and we'll see how that goes. That's the last of my subs, but I cannot help that situation. Right, I think probably I might ease off on the older attacking thing here. Unless I score again. Hazard back there doing the work. My God. Please. Oh, 14. Who's that? Odegaard. Not. Go back to standard. I mean, I will regret that because attack is the best form of defence. But we're quite attacking anyway, so it's fine. Let's just watch this guy. Okay. That was not one. See, what is that? They always do that, and I don't understand it. Xhaka involved again as technically the worst player on the pitch. He's involved in all of their goals. Hazard comes on, supplies Diego Costa. Suspicions of offside. It probably wasn't offside. No, nowhere near offside. You're just not marking him, and then you put your hand up in the air. Sometimes these animations annoy me because that's not actually what any player would do. Right, it's 2-2. What a roller coaster! And now I have lovely tired players. And right, I'm gonna go attacking. No, I'm away from home, so no, I'm just gonna leave it. I've brought on Nemanja Matic, who's amazing. Who's run the midfield here? Emre Can. Oh, leave it out. Right, so Odegaard switched to left wing, and now we've got no attacking midfielder. So I've had 3 players injured in this game. Christ on a bike. That's not very helpful, is it? They seem to be playing Hazard. Whoa, that would have been ridiculous. They seem to be playing Hazard centre attacking midfield. Centre defensive midfield for some reason. I'm sure they're probably not. They've brought on Bonucci as well. So they've brought on 3 world-class players. And I've had 3 injuries. So thanks, game. Biggest game of the season so far. And I've had 3 bloody injuries. At least I seem to be holding on, defending well. Touch wood. I am touching literally a table made of wood while saying that. Oh, this is backs to the wall stuff, guys. 88 minutes, down to 10 men. Spoosh by Emre Can, who's had a game of the season he's played so far. What a good player. And that should be all. Right. So, really, I've missed the opportunity to win here. Far from pleased. You're all crap. Bunch of world-class wankers. Yep, I'm angry. Sorry. So no one who came on made any sort of impact, really. Tielemans had an okay game. Who was on the pitch? The defence, disappointing. Sewell, all he had to do was mark Diego Costa all game. So, yeah, I get why he struggled. Balotelli was amazing. 29-year-old Balotelli is just starting his decline now, his graceful decline. So I was thinking, oh yeah, definitely sell Balotelli at the end of the season. But he's absolutely hammering him in. You know, he's not stopped, not slowed down his rate of scoring. 12 in 15 games. So, you know, right. So that was a draw. We've gone above Man United, but they've got a game in hand, so that at least I didn't lose. And that's the first game they've drawn all season. That's the 8th game we've drawn all season. Liverpool manager like to be wondering how they weren't able to win. Well, yeah. But aren't I always? You know, aren't I friggin' always? To be fair, they hit the woodwork and had 2 clear-cut chances, but I had more. Chelsea hold out for draw. Harris Arena. Not fantastic. Memphis injured. Raheem injured. Damn. I'm disgusted with them, particularly David Moyes. No, I don't kind of tend to comment on that sort of thing. That's what Mario is capable of. Chan was a joy to watch. Actually, if Emre Chan's cheered up, is he cheered up completely? No, he's still slightly concerned. So, once a new challenge has achieved everything. Well, we haven't won the bloody Champions League, mate. Why don't you friggin' hang around for that then? It doesn't want to sign a new contract. That's fine. So I managed to get, I wonder if there'll be anything else. I managed to get Origi happy enough that he would sign a new contract. So can show delights Hamburger. So I think that's probably about it. Apologies about that interruption, which was not clever, not smart, not helpful, not warranted, not wanted. But hopefully this will be a kind of a video that is the polar opposite of all of those things. Oh dear. Right, anyway, on that note, I'll sign off. Hopefully this has maintained a level of attention for you guys. And technically, I hope I haven't forgotten how to record, because otherwise this has all been a huge waste of time. Right, bye.